What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning back into another video. Before we jump into this one, I have an exciting announcement to make. We have partnered with a new company. They're a new sponsor to the channel, to the race program. I'm super excited to have them on board. I'm super excited to announce that FTI Converters and Transmissions and myself have partnered up for the 2026 season, and we have all sorts of goodies in here that are just about ready to go in. Of course, our powerglide, and we got a bunch of other goodies here that they sent. We have some transmission fluid. We finally got our converter. And because the transmission is a stock case, we have our transmission cover from FTI as well. I'm extremely blessed and thankful for this partnership. FTI is one of the best, if not the best, in the industry, and John, Bear, Krista Baldwin, everybody over there has been fantastic to work with, and I'm excited to show all of you this season, as I'm learning a whole new combo, that why their stuff is the best. I haven't even opened this up yet. Got a bunch of stickers. Dang. Gotta have the swag. Couple of shirts to rep at the track, some converter bolts, and the converter itself. This is the last piece that I've been waiting for to go ahead and get this whole process started, getting this 505 cubic inch big block Chevy, brand new powerglide in that Nova that's sitting out there ready to go. So I think it's time. This is the video. I think I have all the pieces of the puzzle put together, at least here. I need to put the puzzle together and get the engine and the transmission put into the Nova out there. My buddy Will Carnell's gonna come over. We're gonna get the engine hoist out. We're gonna get this thing put in the car. Hopefully the transmission put in the car. We're gonna test fit some headers. We're gonna make sure everything works, and I'm hoping that it does. I'm hoping that all my research and staying up late as I think about everything in bed has paid off. And yeah, thank you again, FTI, so much for coming on board. Can't wait to show everybody what your products will do. And yeah, guys, let's get into it. Let's get this engine put in. Alright guys, status update for you. We didn't film anything other than the time lapse just because it was so dang cold. It was like 20 degrees when Will showed up to put the engine in the car, so we wanted to spend the least time outside as we could, so I didn't want to slow it down with a bunch of filming, but it went really smooth for the most part. So the engine and the transmission is sitting in the car, and man, it went really smooth for the most part. The only hiccup that we really had was the motor mount where it bolts to the block there. The bolt or the threads that go into the block just needed to be cleaned up and chased. So we had to run to O'Reilly's to get a chase kit, but they just had some paint and some gunk in there. But other than that, it fit perfect. We got the bell housing all bolted up, the converters in the transmission. We're 99% of the way there. The cross member that I have for the car does not work with a powerglide, so I just have it bolted in and sitting on a block just so we can roll the car around in the meantime. So I'm gonna start doing some research on a cross member that will work for this, but that's not a big deal. And I'm super stoked on how this is turning out. A lot of the wiring and stuff that I did looks like it's gonna fit and route really good, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, now we just got to take some measurements. We're gonna have to find hoses. I kind of have a whole list in there, but that was the big part. I really appreciate Will coming over and helping me with that. But yeah, now it's all the little stuff that we can get cracking on, and man, we're gonna hear this thing fire up soon. We got the car back in the garage. That's gonna do it for today. We're actually gonna go up and celebrate Will's birthday and do some snowboarding tonight. And we'll be right back in the garage tomorrow, and we'll start hammering out some of this little stuff. All right, we're moving right along. We got the carburetor mounted up. I found a nice Gates upper radiator hose at the parts house that fit this just perfect. I'm gonna upgrade the lower radiator hose. This is what I had on the small block forever, and I just don't like all of the points that something like this can leak. So I'm gonna order something a little bit better and nicer for the lower radiator hose. Got the engine ground strap all bolted in. I don't know if I'll keep the fuel line like this. I had to switch it up. On the small block, my fuel feed to the carburetor actually came out of the front of the regulator and kind of did a little S up into the fuel log. I had to move it to the back, and I made it a little bit longer so it would have an arch. And my main thought behind that was I can take the valve cover off without having to undo a fuel line, which isn't a big deal. So it's like that for now. I may change that if I end up not liking the look of it and just take the fuel line off if I need to, or when I run the valves. So, all right, guys, I think we hit a stopping point for this video. I just measured for a drive line length, so we'll go ahead and get that coming. I also have two different cross members coming. One my dad altered and made. We'll see if it works. If not, I have a G-Force one coming as well as a backup. If my dad's works, I'll send the G-Force back. That way I can save that money, but we should have the transmission cross member figured out. And we're rolling right along up here. I'm gonna wait to get the driver's side header in until we have the engine exactly where it's gonna be at. It's pretty close, but just in case, because I know that's the tightest fitting side. We got our alternator all wired up, found a belt. Yeah, man, we're cooking right along. I got the passenger side header in, gasket in, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just tying up wires, making sure they're not going to touch the header tubes. Got the Meziere starter already wired in and installed down there. So yeah, we're cooking right along. As always, guys, I really appreciate you liking these videos, subscribing, following along, everything that you do to support the channel. I'm hoping in the next video we will be able to fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. I haven't heard this thing in person, so I'm super excited. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.